Welcome again, Keepers of Light, and I call you that because you are just that, Keepers of Light. So, I just recorded what might have been like 30 minutes worth of recording. It was good though. I just recorded 30 minutes, or I thought I recorded 30 minutes worth of recording, but nothing got filmed. And this is like one aspect of turning the camera around that I don't like, because at this point, all that time I thought I was recording, I wasn't. But it's okay. There's always a fresh new transmission waiting to come through me. And so here we go. I really don't even remember. I remember bits and pieces here and there. So, and I don't want to go by memory, so I'm just going to take this as a fresh new transmission. I call upon our guides of the highest resonance to source. I call upon our higher levels of being of the highest resonance to source within this space for Keepers of Light, so that we can connect to and engage within the living architecture of messages that are here for us. So, you know what? I just had a flash again, because that's how I started the other video that I thought I was making. I had a flash in the beginning of that of a blueprint. And then I could see how all the blueprints were being put together and then would create this new picture of a structure. And that is what the guides kind of want me to use as a basis for this transmission, which is how, and this is why I've been talking to you about energetic blueprints. It's because Keepers of Light, well, this is my perception of Keepers of Light, what we're up to. Well, it is what I am up to, and I know that if you're listening to these words, in some aspects it is the same thing that we're all up to, and it makes sense. And that what I've been sharing so far has really just been about how you remember your energetic, you remember energy, you remember how everything is energy, and you also remember too that energy is the language of the universe. And then also to remember that because of that, you have an energetic signature. And the thing is you're not remembering what that energetic signature is because there are distortions, and but the distortions are necessary. And it was always the case that distortions would be necessary within the context of human reality and the human 3D reality that we're born into, this reality having forgotten. But somewhere along the line, what has happened in the history of humanity is that there's been a disruption to the level and depth of distortion that have been presented in this field, that has kept humanity living in a loop of disempowerment, a loop of, repeating expressions of insanity versus expressions of expanded self. And at this period of time, we have Earth Keepers and Keepers of Light. We've got star seeds. We've got a mix of human beings who have expressions of higher energetic expressions of consciousness, starseed energies, like coming through me, cosmic energies coming through. And what I find is that, and maybe let me go back to closing that expression. So if you're remembering your energetic signature, then, and we are all remembering our energetic signatures as Keepers of Light. Once we put all that together, then it creates the foundational level of support of new reality that is seeking to be constructed in the years to come. And so the physical aspects of reality being built is not what is occurring here. What is occurring here is the pre-work that it takes for us to layer and construct and create the blueprint and we're not even really creating the blueprint, we're remembering the blueprint, which is why I've been going on and on and on about remembering. And this I didn't even say in the other part. It's just coming through. That memory itself does not exist in the way that we have been conditioned to believe that memory exists within the visual scope, that's what memory constitutes. But really, memory can and does exist within the felt sense. Then it is more expansively exists in that way than in the visual sense. So this transmission will be a little bit more about distortions and what distortions mean and what it is that I meant when I was talking about the sacred pause. In the last video, I talked about being in a sacred pause, and I am seeing how all keepers of light and all earth keepers and all star seeds are at this period of time engaged within this sacred pause, which is how we're laying the foundation and how it is that we are learning to reconnect to the cosmic nature of our beingness. This portal that I have created here is really one of presence, in that it is a field. It is not just, it is a field, meaning all around me, like all around me, there's an energetic field. And this field is one of presence. And in many ways, I've always had this sort of effect on people because my existence was always that I had, what do you call it? Like I had the energetics of the undistorted truths, which are seeking to now come through as the supporting structure of energetics. And you are remembering what you're remembering to see through the distortions of existence within the framework of your human life. Through your human vessel. And you're also remembering that you are connected to this higher field of representation of life, which is also this connection to your higher self. So there's this sacred pause, and it is a pause in relation to what is occurring worldwide within humanity, which is that humanity is at an energetic war against itself, using its own energy against itself in those ways that would be destructive to the human form, in that way that has been destructive to the human form, and in that way that would seek to create a repetition of that, but is being put to a stop in this period of time because there are, and I've said this before, there are enough of us who have incarnated in this lifetime. Myself having had the awareness of memory that was imprinted in me, not necessarily in this visual fashion that that I'm seeing everything, but it's memory that I'm holding at an energetic level. And in that way, this portal now begins to represent a space where presence can be felt and can be had when it is necessary for you, keepers of light, to re-enter into this space for that reason. We are putting a pause to what we are viewing outside of us, what we are viewing, and that is representative of human beings being at the human being at war with itself. When we are able to enter into this field and within, by entering into your own unique sense of presence, that magnifies it. So coming here will help to stabilize you into presence, but then you yourself engaging and merging with that sense of knowingness that is in you, that is resonant to the words that I speak. Because the words that I speak, they bypass the distortions, they bypass the mind. And because they bypass the mind, when you come here and you hear them, then you're able to receive them from those aspects of yourself that are undistorted, and that you're able to connect into those aspects of those non-distorted aspects of yourself. And in that way, we can, within the sacred pause of the moments, in these moments, begin to engage in remembering who we are at that energetic level by seeing through the many distortions that are relevant in that they are the structural blueprint to that which has been created to be in repetitive fashion experienced for the majority of humanity, which is a disempowered state of beingness. See, the thing is if we're going to now say that there is a war, an energetic war of the human being, between the human being against itself on the outer realm of existence, then it is also true that on the inner realm of existence, what is happening, what is occurring, is that we're ending that war, and that we're ending that war by ending it from within ourselves. In that way, that it is actually changeable, because from the collective's perspective, there is only the possibility of engagement that is reactive in nature, and therefore simply a re-engaging within the same distortions that people are seeking to run from or to dissolve. But from within the sense of presence and within the sense of awareness of what is occurring, then we can also begin to see the inner ways in which that expresses at that energetic level, that now is restructuring itself so that it is more in alignment to the original blueprint that is seeking to be remembered through you. What will happen in eventuality is that with cohesion being that we as keepers of light enter into a sense of resonance to one another, in that we have remembered enough to remember the many truths that are behind the distortions that are consistent to the nature of reality that has unfolded, which we are now seeking to evolve from, so that we can begin to have experiences of what would constitute a combination of cosmic energy, which is really representative of the divinity, the many aspects of divinity that are wishing to express through the human form, and that was created as an opportunity for the human form to experience before the interruption to that process. So, keepers of light, what is happening right now is that we are at the preconception and conception process of the new realities that are the new reality that is seeking to form through us. We may not yet have the picture to what that will be, but that we are creating that, and that we are evolving into remembering what that picture is, given that each and every single one of us serves that unique purpose in contributing towards that picture. And how we do so is by engaging in this type of work where we are consciously and with awareness allowing that which is no longer a part of that which, by allowing that which is of resonance to us to be at the forefront of and the deciding at the forefront and the at the forefront and the what at the forefront and the deciding factors to our experiences. I don't know how many minutes I'm in, but I want to just I want to search and see if there's like a message that will help to put everything together. I'm asking you guides for help here. Okay, so you are not you are not late. You are not late. You are not delayed. These are other distortions within the Keeper of Light portal that are seeking to be seen through, because these are the ones that will help you to remember that, to bring you to the awareness of the distortion of time and into a sense of beingness that is relevant to how it is that we will be having experiences in the first place, how we will be creating experiences, and how we will be experiencing our experiences. I'm going to be creating a PDF of the many distortions that we are working through, and I'll let you know when I'm done with that. There's so many that I don't think I can really just cover everything through these channelings. And I also feel as though this is the type of work that gets done within the sacred pause, but it's not necessarily within an hour of listening to me. This is when you're no longer listening and working through these ways of perceiving reality, which are based on giving our energetic power away. So what is happening is that we're reclaiming that energy back. We're reclaiming the power. We're reclaiming our power, and that is how that's how we are empowering ourselves, is that we are taking back the energy that we have been giving away based upon the beliefs that have been intrusively been implanted within the human consciousness to play back over and over again within that consciousness. We are putting a pause to that, and we are working through these distortions at this period of time. And that is really the big message to all this, is that you're no longer reacting to what is happening, because you're no longer in, and you likely have never been in that sense of state of beingness, which is involved at the karmic level to experience to experience insanity at play within yourself. But even if it were the case, this is a period of time where you're remembering that you no longer need to be engaging within reality from that perspective. It is the period of time where you are reminding yourself of your divinity. Excuse me. So, Keepers of Light, I'm going to end the session here. I kind of feel like having gone 30 minutes before that is really just kind of pushing my limit here. So I am going to end the video here, and you'll be seeing me again soon enough. And I am wishing you all resonance. I'm wishing you all resonance and presence. A sense of resonance and presence in the moments to come. Until next time.